All right, welcome to The Explainer. Today, we're diving into what's next for AI assistants, and I'm not talking about those chatbots that just talk. We're going to look at agents that actually think before they speak to make sure what they're telling you is on point, relevant, and actually, helpful. So, let's dive in.
So, let's be honest. Have you ever been driven crazy by a chatbot? Yeah, I thought so. We've all been there, right? You ask this super specific, detailed question, you're hoping for a simple answer, and what do you get? Some polite but totally useless response that just points you to an FAQ page. It's a modern rite of passage. So, why are they so bad at this simple stuff?
Well, it really comes down to the old school tech behind them. You see, most of the first chatbots we ever ran into were powered by these rule-based systems. And the thing is, this tech just hits a wall. A hard limit that it really can't get past. And here's that frustration, perfectly captured. A student asks a pretty complex, multi-part question, right? Scholarship deadlines, international students, engineering, any exceptions. And what does the bot do? It just sees the keyword admissions and spits out its one-size-fits-all pre-programmed reply. It has zero ability to handle nuance, so it just defaults to being, useless.
So this kind of epic fail really boils down to three core issues. First, their dialogue is just so rigid because they're stuck on a script they can't deviate from. That also makes them a total nightmare to maintain. I mean, can you imagine trying to write a new rule for every possible question? No way. But the biggest problem, really, is that they just don't have the language skills to get what you, the user, actually want.
Okay, so you might be thinking, well, what about modern AI? The big, large language models we hear about all the time. And you're right, they're amazing at understanding language. But, and this is a huge but, they come with their own massive problem. They have this tendency to hallucinate, which is just a fancy way of saying they make stuff up and they do it with incredible confidence. So how do you get all that power without the AI just lying to you?
The solution is this really elegant idea called Retrieval Augmented Generation, or RAG for short. And honestly, the best way to get it is to think of it like giving the AI an open book exam. It's that simple. Before it's even allowed to generate a single word of its answer, it's forced, absolutely forced, to go look up the facts in a trusted source. And that simple rule, that one constraint, is what stops these hallucinations dead in their tracks.
The process itself is a really straightforward two-step. First, you have retrieval. The AI searches a private, curated knowledge base, so not the whole wild west of the internet, to find verified facts related to your question. And then, step 2, generation. It takes only those facts it just found and uses them as the building blocks to put together a helpful, and this is the most important part, an accurate response.
So when you take this powerful fact-checking RAG technology and you wrap it up in a really sophisticated system, you get something that's way more than just a chatbot. You get what the industry is starting to call an AI agent.
So what really makes an AI agent different? Well, it's a system that's built on a large language model, but it doesn't just talk. It actually uses its own internal data systems to manage information, to learn from all its interactions, and to get smarter and more efficient over time. Basically, it's an AI that has both a brain and a library. And look, this isn't just a theory. Let's check out a real-world example from Sogang University over in South Korea. They've actually deployed an AI agent they call the Sogam bot. And this is where we get to see how this kind of tech really performs out in the wild.
So how does this actually make things better? Well, for one, Sogam bot gives you answers that are structured and super easy to read. And get this, the staff can update its knowledge just by adding new documents. There's no complex AI retraining needed. It even watches its own usage to keep costs down, which is pretty smart. And the bottom line? A 24/7 service that has boosted the university's efficiency in handling all those routine questions by more than 20%. That's a real impact.
But a campus bot? That's really just the beginning. The real power here is seeing that this AI agent model is a scalable platform. This exact same core technology can be tweaked and adapted for a massive range of automated tasks.
And we're already seeing this happen. The same company is now building these agents for university libraries, for research institutes to automatically share their updates, and even as real-time assistants for teachers. But all of this, it's all leading to something even more ambitious.
And this is what they're calling the deep research model. It's pretty cool.
You start by just giving it a topic. Then, the AI agent actually chats with you, asking these clarifying questions to make sure it knows exactly what you need. Then, it just goes off, does a deep dive into its verified sources, and delivers a completely structured report right into your Notion. This is a sneak peek into a future where AI isn't just an answering machine, it's a genuine research partner.
So, what's the big picture here? What does all this mean? When you kind of zoom out, you realize this technology isn't just about building better chatbots. It's about creating a whole new kind of tool for human understanding.
The philosophy that's really driving this work is captured perfectly in a quote from Richard Bach. He wrote, "The gull who flies highest sees farthest." And that's really the goal of these AI agents, isn't it? To give all of us that higher vantage point, to let us see farther and understand more by taking on the heavy lifting of finding and putting together trusted information for us.
So, we'll leave you with this question to think about. In your own work, in your studies, or even just in your daily life, what problems could you solve? What new knowledge could you unlock if you had an AI that you could actually truly trust to think before it speaks?